She'd plug her mobile into my laptop. Go dry off in the bathroom. You're dripping all over the place. The phone sat on the coffee table, blinking. I toweled off and watched over her shoulder. On the screen was a satellite weather report, and she panned across the globe to Melbourne. Clear skies, she said. Look, no rain near. So, weathermen are wrong all the time. She pointed to the date in the corner of the screen. This is from yesterday. Then show me today. There is no today. It's all I have. My mobile bloomed. The battery indicator flashed. It beeped twice and faded. That's it, Leary said. Just candles now. And so we waited. Four in the afternoon. I ate the last ginger biscuit and began to wonder how long the meat in the freezer would hold out. The last time there was an outage, it was 3 days before lines were repaired. That was almost a hurricane. This was just rain. I pressed up against the window and squinted through the black. No sign of Bobby and Foot's house. Not even a flicker of brickwork, or the long white slide of guttering. Maybe it was an illusion caused by the sheets of rain, but I was suddenly sure that their house wasn't there at all. There was a space where it once was, and rain fell there, and beyond, all the way to the horizon. But there was no house next door. Only the gloom, the suffocating shadow of storm clouds. I wanted to tell Leary, but I didn't. I don't know why. I'm thirsty, she said. Juice or water? Water, thanks. I poured her a glass and she drank greedily. I don't know, she said. I know it's cold, but I feel hot. I feel like I'm wearing too much. Take it off. Then I know I'll feel cold. If it makes you feel better, take it off, I said. She peeled off her jacket. The sweat stood out in bold droplets up her forearms. More water, she said. I'd filled the glass halfway when I noticed the sediment swirling in the bottom. I carried the glass to a candle, frowned, took it back to the tap, emptied it, and poured it again. This time the water was gray. Something in the line, I said, and ran the tap at full blast. The pipes rattled in their sockets. The water sputtered, came clear, then ran gray again. And then darker. And darker again. And then black. The sick black of ichor. Of broken beetles and drowning sailors. It ran black until it stuck in the pipes and the sink began to fill. And there were lapping waves of black against the steel. It was supposed to be stainless. But it stained. Brando as Corleone, framed, hanging beside the bed where we made love 8 hours previously. It was night, but there was no way to tell the difference between night and noon. I'm thirsty, she said again. There's nothing. No milk, no juice, no soda. You drank it all. But there's always something. You want to drink that shit? I don't know what's in it. I have to have a drink. I'm sweating so much. She hugged me close, and I could feel the heat through her undershirt. She was burning inside. Her lips were irons against my ear. I think I'm sick. You're fine. Have a Panadol. I'm scared, Thomas. It's just rain. It's been raining for too long. I know. We tried to boil the black water over a candle before we drank it. It didn't help. My watch said it was 8 in the morning, but I didn't remember sleeping. The walls shook with the rain. It was a freighter falling on our roof. an army marching in circles through the garden, a shower of tank shells. It ached in my teeth. "Is it tomorrow?" she asked. "Just drink. It tastes awful." I pressed a hand against her forehead. The heat beneath her skin made me shudder. "I'm going to get you to the doctor. You can't drive in this rain." I hadn't the heart to tell her I couldn't drive at all. I looked out the kitchen window 10 minutes earlier. The car was gone. I knew if I tried to explain it, she'd say it had washed away, swept down the street and into a tree. Then talk about the insurance, the repairs, we can't afford this. No. Why didn't you get the handbrake fixed? Why didn't you? Why? No, I'd say. The car is gone, and the road too. The garden isn't there. There is nothing but black beyond the window. Darkness and rain and darkness again. But I couldn't tell her those things. I'd break her down the middle. "Maybe," she said, "maybe Bobby has Panadol." I don't know about that. Of course he would. He's a queen. He'll have a whole cabinet. "I'm not going out in the rain," I said. "Then I'll go." "Fever and pneumonia? No." "They can drive me to the doctor," she said. "They have a Land Rover. Just wait a while. See if it stops." But she was already asleep. She drifted and mumbled. In the living room, the last of the candles burned out. I went to watch the rain for a while. When I came back, she was sweating, and I wiped it away with a tissue. Her sweat left black streaks across her forehead, like ink worked into the lines of her frown. For the first time in many years, I said my shakarate. The milk smelled sour. We'd eaten the apples and the remains of the yogurt and the heel of the bread loaf. No way to boil rice. The cupboards were empty but for sugar and flour and tea bags. I chopped the last carrot and pushed slices between her lips and watched her chew. She was whispering, and I leaned over until my ear brushed her lips. She said, "Why don't you want a baby?" I went to the window and stared at the empty space where Bobby and Foot's house had been. It's not the time. My mother keeps asking when we'll give her her grandchildren. That's a terrible reason to have a kid. It's a reason at least. I went back to the kitchen and sat alone, nursing the ache in my belly. I was hungry, but not hungry enough to eat the raw bacon. Not yet. She woke at noon on Sunday and vomited twice. I cleaned up after her, and when I went to rinse the cloth beneath the black water running from the bathroom tap, I heard her stand and go to the door. "Leary, get back in bed." "I need more Panadol." "Then I'll go get it," I said, and lit a match. In the dance of the flame, her eyes were sunk deep into her skull. Bruised so blue, she looked like a corpse. Her hands trembled by her side. "I'll get it," I said. "I'll go see how Bobby's doing." "You won't," she said. "You stay here. Do the bills and wake to Brando." "Leary," I said. And before I could move, she snatched up the umbrella and stepped out the door. I ran after her, but only as far as the front steps, beneath the safety of the awning. She was already out in the rain, and I could see it bending the umbrella down, creaking, threatening to break those slim fingers. I shouted her name. I could see her feet, and they surely walked on something, but it wasn't grass or mud or pavement or anything in between. It was a black carpet, and when the rain hit it, there was no sound. Only the rattle on our tin roof, and me calling, and the doomed drumming of my heartbeat in my ears. I went back to watch from the kitchen window, but she was already gone. It was Monday, and I was hungry, and thirstier still. Why did it have to be black? If it was red, at least it would be biblical.